What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the show. I did not do the... I apologize. I'll get back on the gifts. We've been busy trying to get ready for the Christmas. We're doing Christmas here at the Baker household this year, like last year. I made my cream of potato soup. Oh, I fucking love that shit.
Nice.
I fucking had 2 bowls of that shit. I might have to have my mom pick up another thing of stuff because I'll eat that shit all fucking day. Fucking love it.
No, the thing is, I gotta wait 4 more days.
Like I said, I can eat. You know how I eat soup around here.
I know.
But that being said, all we're gonna do, I'm not even gonna do picks this week. I've been too fucking busy.
That's fine.
I'm sorry, guys. It gets busy right around this time of the year. So we won't even do picks. I might have you pick a game and tell me who you think is winning.
Pick your favorite team's game. We'll just do it that way.
I'm not picking the fucking Packers.
I'm not picking the fucking Eagles.
Pick a game. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You can tell me. It's the holiday season, so everybody's going to get a point either way. I'm giving this Merry Christmas. That's your Christmas present.
Now I'm Now I'm number 1.
So everybody will go undefeated this week. So we're just going to have some fun. I mean, we'll talk about last week's game. I'm going to start out right away with the referees. Tim, was there anything that we need to discuss?
Unfortunately, I was on volleyball tournament all weekend. I couldn't catch any of the games. I didn't get back until 8 o'clock my time.
Heather?
There was the one you wanted to bring up.
You have to remind me.
Intentional grounding.
What's up?
All right, so there was 2 calls this weekend.
In the Ravens game.
In the Ravens game, and it wasn't on Lamar Jackson.
The first one was, and then there was a second one.
There was one on Jordan Love that was not intentional grounding, and neither was the one. And I'll explain myself. All right, so I know the rule. I get the rule. I don't give a fuck what the rule says. I'm going to interpret it as a referee would or should in that situation. I don't fucking care what the rule says. There should be some interpretation in these fucking rules.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree with you on that part.
So what happened I think Jordan Love was still inside the pocket and he was under duress. Or he was about to get hit, one of the two. I know the one that really fucking set me off was Monday night. And it wasn't even on the Ravens. It was on who they were playing. It was on Drew Lock.
Yeah.
So Jordan Love was about to get hit and he threw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The ball came short of the
receiver.
Well, it came short of... It didn't even come close it didn't come close to a receiver. And it didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. This is how I know this is how I know the referees are interpreting the rule the way that they fucking want to. Because in no way, shape, or form, when somebody gets hit, because what happens when you get hit?
Your momentum gets
when
shoved.
your momentum takes you wherever. Your momentum takes you wherever, and when he threw it, the ball, he took a hit at the same time that he was in his motion of throwing, and they called intentional grounding on that. That's not intentional grounding.
No,
called that on Jalen Hurts on Monday.
There's another one. There's one on Monday night. So my problem is not the rule itself.
It's how it's being interpreted.
It's how it's being interpreted.
Yes. How it's being interpreted and enforced.
So every fucking time there is a fucking quarterback is hit and he is coming forward with the ball, because I've seen Brock Purdy do it like 14,000 fucking times this year, where he does take a hit, they call it incomplete.
Yeah, they call it an incomplete pass. They don't throw the flag and say intentional grounding.
It doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Just because it doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage doesn't mean it's intentional grounding. If that's the case, every time the quarterback fucking does this and the ball he tries to stop his throwing motion and he throws it down, should be intentional fucking grounding. I do not fucking care.
I think the referees just have their favorites. That's what it's coming down to.
I don't think that's it. I'm just using him as an example. Brock
Yeah.
Purdy. He's one of those. He gets away with it, and it's terrible. That is the only problem I have with the NFL. That's the only problem I have with referees this week is that intentional grounding shit.
My problem with the intentional grounding is you'll have a guy who literally will throw it 30 yards into out of play territory.
I've seen that called intentional grounding.
Yes, but they don't call it consistently enough.
They don't call it at all. I've seen it called though. They need to fucking stop. If the guy's throwing a ball, so he fucking just heaved that motherfucker. Who fucking cares? It's an incomplete pass. That's punishment enough. Now, if he it's an automatic loss of down. Really nothing happens with it makes no sense. They call intentional grounding, but it's a loss of down. It's not even a 5-yard penalty. It's not.
It's a spot and loss of down.
If it's a
stupid rule,
then
get rid of intentional grounding. That's all I'm saying. Or
that means that's a sack if it's a loss of down, right?
That's basically what they're enforcing, Rayshon.
Well, they're not enforcing it. They're enforcing it too much. Everything is fucking intentional grounding. That's what I see. Now, again, that's just what I seen, and it wasn't even. One of them happened in the Ravens game, and it was Drew Lock that did it. Jalen Hurts. It happened to Jalen Hurts. Happening way too much, man. Mm-hmm. Way too much. It's not good, man. That's not intentional grounding. That's not intentional grounding. Anybody that wants to argue that that's intentional grounding, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You don't get it. So just because the ball didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, the guy was simultaneously being fucking hit. And what happens to that momentum when as soon as he feels that hit, that natural reaction is to hold on to that fucking ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the right fucking call. But NFL is it's a fucking joke. They need to fix their shit. That's not intentional grounding. And if I see that called, man, football is, and I get the whole. Oh, there's one more thing too. The big hit by Casey or whatever.
Steelers got in the Colts game.
Was it Colts?
I've seen those plays.
Hold on, one person at a time. So I know it was a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah.
And he took a hit. Or he hit somebody, he got suspended indefinitely for it. Might as well just go to two-hand touch because I didn't see a problem with the hit.
I disagree with the whole suspension and whatever.
I disagree with the fucking defenseless fucking receiver rule.
The dude was running at full speed. He was aiming at his legs, not knowing that the ball was going to go close to the ground for the receiver to gotta scoop up the. You know what I'm saying? I just seen the play. So I mean, I haven't really, but that didn't. Come on, we might as well go to two-hand touch if we're not going to be allowed. And like I said, I'm one of those that doesn't like the defenseless receiver. If my receiver goes over the middle, he deserves to get fucking hit. That's part of the fucking game. What's a linebacker is? You're trying to. This is the problem. They're trying to take away an advantage for the defense to actually have. The offense gets every advantage in the fucking book. If I am a coach and I see a fucking receiver come over the middle of the field, that's my fucking territory. I'm telling my linebacker, that is your territory. You hit that motherfucker as soon as he catches that, or that ball gets to him. Do not let him catch that fucking ball. If you do, you will be benched. I'll take that 15-yard penalty every fucking time. But I guarantee it, sooner or later, they'll quit running it over the fucking middle.
Yeah.
I just fucking hate that rule. I think it is the dumbest fucking rule in the book. It's one of the dumbest rules. There's like 3 or 4 rules that are in the book. The catching rule, fucking hate it. I do not like the rule.
Oh, the NFL don't figure out what the fucking catch is.
The catch. Yeah, they fucking don't know what it is. Because they
like
changed it again. Takes 3 steps and the fucking... But you only need 2 feet in bounds on a catch.
That shit bothered me, that Eagles game against Seattle. But regardless, Jalen Hurts throw an interception. This is like the last seconds of the game. And the receiver, don't even know who it was, don't care, caught the ball. One of his feet clearly was on the grass. The other foot got hooked on his teammate foot. But the referees are saying that, oh, look, his toe tapped the grass. So therefore, that was a catch.
So I'm gonna interpret the rule as it is. All it has to touch is a blade of grass. It doesn't have to touch the ground. The grass is part of the ground. Do you see what I'm saying? I know it doesn't make sense, but here's the thing. If that's the case, then a butt should not equal 2 feet.
And then a what?
Your butt
Should not equal 2 feet.
Or your knee or your elbow should not equal 2 feet.
Correct. A blade of grass is the ground. So if it touched, and that's why they didn't overturn the call. It was that rule. I would have overturned it if I was the referee personally. But I think it's really hard. That is one of those. It's a catch.
Mm-hmm.
They called it a catch, and you have to have indisputable video evidence that it did not touch the ground. They did not zoom in close enough, because I don't think that... And by then, they would have to enhance that. You know how criminal or cops can enhance a video by zooming in?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, they could do that, but we could be here all fucking day waiting on a fucking call.
Yeah.
I don't mind the call on the field.
I mean,
I understand what you are saying, and you are a fan of the Eagles, but I think you have a bias. You can be biased.
You didn't even hear what I was going to say. I'll say at that point, it doesn't even matter whether it was a catch or not because they lost regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. But my point is, well, there was still 5 seconds left on the clock. So if that would have been overturned, they would have had one more shot.
They was not even in midfield when that happened.
I've seen weirder shit
Yeah,
happen.
Wendy.
I'm going to tell you right now, go back and watch the Stanford Cal kickoff return. Never say never. You don't have to knock anymore. Don't do that. You don't have to knock anymore. Okay?
I want to.
No, because...
You're fucking with Mo at that point.
So, I'm just going to... That's all I'm going to say on it. I do understand what you are saying. And the chances are very slim that they were going to score. But they still had that chance.
There's nothing I can do
That's
about
why that call was made. If the game was over, they would have just said, "What are we doing here? It's an incomplete pass." Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So either way, but there was 5 seconds on the clock, and I understand what you're saying. However, you know,
Aaron Rodgers got a touchdown in 13 seconds.
I've seen weirder shit happen, man.
And then there was a call against Jason Kelsey, which watching the game, I was like, what? I was puzzled. But as they kept playing it, I saw it and I was like, okay, he clearly moved the football an inch or whatever.
Yeah, that was when Philly was going for the quote-unquote push.
Yeah, they was in a red zone.
And Kelsey, when he got on the ball, he grabbed the ball, then pushed the ball forward.
Right. So how do you feel about that, Rayshawn?
Honestly, okay, as a fan watching it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? And then again, that's me. I never heard that call before, never saw it. So when they kept playing it, I'm looking, I'm analyzing it. I'm like, okay, he clearly was in the wrong. He literally moved the ball an inch. Got it.
Heather joins us.
Later on,
Heather's doing some fun things for me. Go ahead.
Later on in the press conference, Jason Kelsey was like, yeah, they've been telling me about that for years. It just finally caught up. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this shit for years now? And why are they allowing him to do this?
I don't know, man. I wish I could answer that.
I am not upset on that call.
So I will say this right now with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts was sick.
Yes. I don't care, though.
I will tell you this right now. I take the Eagles losing that game with a grain of salt. That's how valuable Jalen Hurts is to the Eagles.
I get it, but again, he shouldn't have played if he was sick.
Say it again? I didn't hear you.
He shouldn't have played if he was sick.
Michael Jordan scored 50 fucking points while he had the flu.
Did they win?
Yeah. They won the NBA championship.
Different.
I'm just saying, man. I get it. But what kind of sick was he? If it's not contagious and he can go.
It was sick enough for him to fly separately.
But again, here's the thing.
I'm like, why he stopped?
Here's the thing. I think Jalen Hurts sick is better than the backup. That's why he played.
I hear you, but I'm just saying. Okay, if he's sick, he's not feeling the best. Take that week off to rest. Let the backup play because we're gonna need him for the playoffs. We're gonna need Jalen Hurts for the playoffs. That's how I see it. I'd rather him sit out one game when we need him for the next potential 3 to 4 games, and that's me hoping they go to the fucking Super Bowl.
Sorry, Wendy's talking to me.
It's fine.
But I just repeat what you said.
I was saying, having him sit out a week and let the backup play, it's not gonna hurt us so much when we need him.
But again, they have a. You're looking at it from a fan's perspective. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Look at it. Look at it from if Jalen Hurts tells me he can go, he's starting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because he is better than the player that is backing him up when he is sick. That's how much better Jalen Hurts is than his backup. He was able to play. They still almost won the game. You go with the best player. Mm-hmm. Now, what I would have done on certain situations is I would have given Jalen Hurts a break and had him
have both the quarterbacks be on the field at the same time, you know, and I would have run plays, Jalen Hurts. They didn't even use Swift properly.
Yeah, they really did. They actually used Swift as a receiver because Devontae got hurt early in the game. So they had Kenneth Gainwell out there. And they had Swift as a receiver.
He's a suitable guy. And we do have the soundboard, if you've heard. So you can hit that soundboard. Now, don't just, when I'm trying to talk, don't do what Trek does on fucking Friday night and fucking hit fucking sounds and shit. That motherfucker presses that fucking button like Basement was getting mad at me on fucking Friday. So, I don't know, man. I hear you, but I would play him. He didn't hurt the team. They still almost won. Still had a chance to win. Now
there was a play
but who actually cost them that game? Wasn't Jalen Hurts. The defense.
I'm not going to blame.
The cornerback that gave up the touchdown with 20 seconds to go, getting burnt by fucking. Come on, man.
I didn't say the cornerback.
You don't let anything behind you ever in situations like that. There is nothing wrong with playing a prevent defense in that situation. And if you're playing a prevent defense, you do not let anybody get fucking behind you.
See, I think the defense started off strong and they just went flat. I hear what you're saying. I saw the defense actually played somewhat better than what they had played the last 3 games.
You're looking at it from a whole game perspective.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? In that moment, it's moments that it's that one moment. You know, the WrestleMania moment that is organic, shit like that. That was a moment. The Eagles failed in that moment, and that's what lost them the game. I get it from a whole game perspective. Defense played great, but they didn't at the end, which is why I have a problem with Green Bay's defense. You know, it's not. They do great, and then they get in the fourth quarter, and all I see on Twitter is, oh, here we go with the soft zone again. They're up by a fucking touchdown. Like, everybody's fucking on Twitter, I swear to God, against the Chiefs. They're panicking. Everybody's fucking panicking. It's like, oh my God, they're playing that fucking prevent soft defense. They have to score a touchdown. Nothing's guaranteed. I'm pretty sure they aren't going to play a fucking 20 yards off the ball on the 2 fucking yard line if it's down there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just find that fucking people fucking complain about fucking coverages more than they fucking do about the whole game. The defense could play great the whole game. And then again, Packers fans pointing the finger at one fucking thing and not the whole fucking picture. When I tweet something, I don't tweet something just. I'm not defending what Joe Barry did. But at some point, you got to look at it like, come on, man. The players are playing on the field. They should know. Hey, don't let anything behind you. But yet, here we are, completing 25-yard passes down the field in a 10-yard soft zone. That makes no sense to me. That's not a coaching issue. That is a player issue. Players are getting themselves out of position. Now, if I'm the coach, I tell the players, play your game. I'm going to call the play. And if you see something, I'm okay with you backing your coverage off or moving up. It's called a trust thing.
Right.
These players that Green Bay has are very young. They will get it. They have a lot of first-round picks in that fucking secondary. They have a lot of first-round picks in that defense. Have they all panned out to be superstar first-round picks? No, but goddamn, you got to remember these 19, 20, 21-year-old kids coming out of college. Not everything works. Great. I mean, Jesus Christ. Everybody thought Ryan Leaf was the sure thing.
I remember those. I remember that.
I mean, that's what I'm getting at. Everybody thought Carson Wentz was the sure thing. Look at where he is.
Mm-hmm.
This is my thing. This is a team sport. This isn't about one fucking guy. It's not about one fucking coach. It's a whole fucking team. If you can't get past that, quit watching fucking football because, yeah, and Packer fans have got to fucking understand. And I know all these Packer fans, I've never seen this team play like this. Boy, you weren't alive in the fucking 70s and 80s, were you? So that's what blows my fucking mind, and Tim can speak on this. Now, well, Patriots were horrible for years.
Oh, in the 80s?
70s and the 70s and 80s, they weren't great. They had
that one team in 86.
Nothing that I can download without signing up for something.
So that's why I thought we had the link, but we don't. It might be on there. But Patriots, they know what it's like. Packer fans don't know what the new era Packer fans, new wave age, the kids like Rayshawn and Heather, they don't understand the struggle. I mean, Heather's a Ravens fan, Rayshawn's new to football, so you Packers sucked for years. Yeah, they have 13 NFL championships, but most of their titles, most of their championships were pre-Super Bowl era. I think 10 of them. No, 9 of them. 9 of them are pre-Super Bowl era. The Super Bowl has not always been a thing. It was called the NFL World Championship. It wasn't called the Super Bowl. And then the Super Bowl, like you look at the Rose Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, all those college bowls. The NFL's like, we should adopt that and call our bowl the Super Bowl. Because why the fuck not?
Makes
right?
sense.
It's the ultimate. Don't be surprised if they fucking change the name to Ultimate because whatever. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that is why, it's okay. You're gonna have this struggle with young players. Joe Barry, yeah, he's made some bad decisions, but he's succeeded elsewhere. Now, I'm not saying he's had a top 10 defense forever. Oh, it's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, and I'll get off my Packers rant here. This is actually just coaches in general. What people don't seem to understand, that's weird, it keeps...
Shifting?
No, like there's a line, a glitch.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I wasn't sure if it was on my end or yours.
Is it doing it for you on Discord?
Yeah, it is.
It's doing it for me too. I thought it was on the show because if it's on the show, then. So is Joe Barry the defensive coordinator in Green Bay? No, he shouldn't be. He's a better position coach, and I do agree with that. I was having that discussion with my neighbor. Because he's like, damn, Joe Barry. I'm like, it's not the coach's fault. Players are out of position. How can you're playing a soft zone, and you're going to give up a 25-yard deep pass.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the over-the-middle 15-yard completion. But come on, man. The soft zone, they're running combo zones, which is a cover 6. But Green Bay, for some reason, miscommunication or player being out of position, they have fucking 1 guy or 4 guys covering 1, and then they have fucking 3 guys covering 4 guys on one side, or 2 guys covering 3 guys on one side. So somebody's going to be fucking open. Well, in fact, everybody was open on a play that he pointed out, which I agree with. That is a player issue. That is not a coach issue. From what I've seen, I don't think it's play calling. I think it's the players. And if the players don't want to play for the fucking coach, get rid of the fucking players. Because you can make a fucking statement. Because something's got to give. Which is why Matt LaFleur has not fired Joe Barry. He's telling these players, no, we are in charge. You may make more money than I do, but we're in charge. We're going to run things our way. You don't like it, you can go. I'll bench you. I don't care. That's what I would fucking say. And if you want to be traded, nobody wants to fucking take on a big time contract for somebody that doesn't want to play for their coach. You become a problem in my book when if you quit playing, and if that is happening, shame on the players, because that offense worked their ass off on fucking Sunday. They did. They only scored 20 points, but they scored when they had to. But the defense just kept giving, and you could tell the players were like, oh well, there's another completion. Oh well, there's another completion.
They play with no urgency.
I mean, they had 5 fucking sacks in that game. Of those 5 sacks, the very next play, 4 of them were first fucking downs. And I'm not talking 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 4 or whatever. You know what I mean? No, they were like 3rd and 17, 3rd and 18.
Oh,
yeah. This is terrible. That's the players being out of position. It's not the coach. That is the players being out of position. Sorry. Anybody that wants to fucking argue with me can go piss up a fucking rope.
how you do that exactly?
Piss up a rope?
Yeah.
Well, you stand there and try to piss up the rope. Get a rope, hang it from a tree or whatever, and then piss up it.
It's racist. Get a rope and hang it from the tree?
No, hang the rope from a tree. How is that racist?
Talking to a black man.
No. So that's all I have. I just wanted to. I'm done ranting. And the household was shit that day until the Ravens came on.
What? You're hungry? What do you want?
I'm gonna fucking kill my kid. I'm kidding. I'm not going.
Do you want a bowl of daddy's soup that he made?
Ooh.
Yeah?
Enjoy it. It's really good. You'll like it. This is your first time having it. It's got ham and bacon. All right.
Anything that has bacon in it is automatically good.
It's got hash browns. She doesn't like potatoes. So I'm good with what I wanted to talk about. Rayshawn, go ahead.
This top 10 quarterback thingy? I'll wait for Heather so she could participate.
I mean, but no. Tim, anything? You got anything?
No, I really got nothing. As I
Really?
said, I've done court all weekend, so.
Okay, well, let's go through some football scores. Jesus
Yep.
Christ. And then Heather went to get Wendy some food, so.
I pretty much are. We already discussed what happened. The calls.
I mean, the referees weren't too bad in this game. I'm sick and tired again. I'll every week I'll keep doing it because you know what? It's okay. It's not the end of the fucking world. It's not the end of the fucking world. You're gonna wake up the next fucking day, and you're gonna be worried about whether or not you're gonna be able to put food on your table. You're not gonna remember the Packer game. You just know that they're gonna be on at noon next weekend. That's the way I try to look at it anymore. But I mean, that's the coach in me. And usually, like right after the game, I'm pretty good. I had an episode. It wasn't as bad as the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game that I fucking punched the TV. No, I said this was probably the worst since then. Because I had to get out of the house, so me and Wendy went to the store.
He was in the bedroom, and I could hear him. I'm sure the whole neighborhood heard him screaming "fuck."
Yeah, I was upset, and I was more upset as a fan than I was. Everybody, Wendy thought I was mad at her. The dog thought I was mad at him. I was upset, man. I mean,
yeah, I was pretty upset.
It's better than me. I will tell you right now, if that was me probably 4 years ago, I probably would have punched the TV. That's how pissed off I was. That's how pissed off I was. And I was more pissed off as a fan because the players aren't fucking giving me their all out there. And that's frustrating as a fan. Because I sit there and I'm like, why do I waste my fucking Sunday? Why do I waste my voice on a Sunday? If you are just not going to fucking, it's frustrating as a fan. And I know Rayshon, the Eagles have lost 3 in a row.
They have. And I sat there and watched it and took it.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I sit there and take it. But I got to let my frustrations out, man.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. Let it out.
I cannot. I just can't do it. I can't be quiet during a game. Even when they're doing good, I'm like, okay, you gotta move the ball. You gotta get up. Let's go. Let's roll. I'm always talking when I'm watching football.
I was so mad when Eagles was playing Monday because it was like they just couldn't move the ball at all.
Who did they lose to?
Seattle.
Seattle is tough to play. It's the toughest. It is a fact. It is the toughest place to play in the NFL. And that's a long trip from Philadelphia to
Seattle.
Washington. Yeah, I get it.
I understand your frustration, though. I've been there, man. As a Packer fan, I've been there. The same things have happened. It happened this past weekend.
I mean,
it happened. It happened in the NFC Championship game. I could.
Out of all 4 of us, there's only one person that's not going through it. Yeah.
See, now, how long have you been a Ravens fan?
Since 2000.
Okay, so pretty much the time the Ravens, 2000, they won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
They haven't always been great.
No, they have not.
The Ravens haven't always been really good. Like, how long has Harbaugh been?
He's been he's been head coach since the beginning, I believe.
No. Good God, fuck no. Because the Ravens just became the Browns.
I'm gonna kill that kid.
Just type in who how long has what's his nuts been how long? You're the first head coach for the Ravens. I know. The first Ted Marchibroda. Ted Marchibroda. That was back in 19. When did Baltimore?
90.
When did Cleveland leave Baltimore?
The Baltimore 75.
Baltimore
What?
Brown.
No.
Is this for the Colts?
Just type in when did Baltimore move to Cleveland, or when did Cleveland move to Baltimore?
It was 96.
Okay,
Because that's when.
this is like 27 years ago. John Harbaugh has not been the head coach for the Ravens. It was like no. Just type in 96. I know it's 96 because Cleveland left and then came back. When did John Harbaugh get hired as head coach? You know what's gonna pop up? His brother.
I gotta
When did-
spell it.
Hey Siri.
Oh, she's got it. 2008. They were terrible the year before. They went like 3-13.
Shit.
That
Not
was
the
15
Ravens.
years ago. The Ravens have been good for 15 years. Because ever
Damn.
since John Harbaugh took over, that team's been on the cusp of winning many Super Bowls.
I just gotta point this out real quick. I mean, fucking people. You know how Google gives you people have also asked? One of the questions is, are Jim and John identical twins? Motherfucker, do they
do
look
not look
fucking identical?
I mean, actually, John Harbaugh looks like Brock Purdy, to be honest with you.
What's funnier is John Harbaugh looks like he's younger, and I think he's the older brother.
Jim's older. I know that for a fact, so don't even look at it.
I wasn't going to.
She's
Jim
gonna
Johnson.
So let's go over the. So the really big game was the Raiders over the Chargers.
Oh.
They
my
demolished them.
The
That was a
Raiders
Madden
put up
game.
Didn't they put up 56 or 49 in like the first
They
quarter?
put up like 45, I think, in the first half.
In the first half,
They
yeah.
put up 42 in the first half.
There we
49.
go.
They put up 49. It was like 35-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
It was bad in Los Angeles, and you could tell.
That stadium was quiet.
Well, it's in Los Angeles. It's in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, so his Chargers was home.
Yeah,
so...
it's always quiet there.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason the NFL brought the NFL back to Los Angeles is because the fans wanted one. They don't give a shit about who fucking plays there. They just want to fucking.
They want a team.
They just want to have football. And the NFL put it there because it's the second largest market in all of sports.
Mm-hmm.
20 million fucking people in the metro area in Los Angeles alone.
Man, they just going for the Staples Center.
And they have two teams. There's reason that they have two teams. Because
In just every sport.
they're home every fucking week.
Yep.
Who has two teams?
I can tell you right now, the people that are fans of those teams are just fans of people in Los Angeles. If a team, the people that are hometown, they aren't fans of the Chargers or the fucking Rams. They're just fans of football, and they get to see it every week. Do you see what I'm saying? They're a fan of the team. So you see it, like fucking when San Francisco played the Rams, there were more 49er fans than there were fucking Raiders fans. Or Rams fans. That's how much people give a shit in Los Angeles about football. They care more about basketball or baseball.
Mm-hmm. Dodger fans.
So yeah. Raiders put up 63. They 63-21. The Bengals beat the Vikings 27-24. fuck, man. Give me a second.
What happened to the Vikings?
Well, they don't have Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he's been out.
Colts beat the Steelers 30-13. The Lions beat the Broncos 42-17. The Saints beat the Giants 24-6. The Browns came back and beat the Bears 20-17. Now I did catch that, and the Bears were ahead like 17-3 or something like that, and ended up losing 20. No, they were down 17-6 and scored 14 points in like 3 minutes. The Panthers beat the Falcons 9-7.
That was a dumpster fire of a game.
It may have been, but Heather got that point.
Yeah.
I think.
No, she have go. Did you get that point?
You did take the Falcons.
I did, yeah.
The Dolphins destroyed the Jets 30-0. The Chiefs beat the Patriots 27-17. And the Patriots were in that game for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The Texans bounced back and win 19-16. The Rams won 28-20. The Cowboys got destroyed by the Bills 31-10.
Good.
So
It's the Bills.
well, the Bills haven't been very good this year. That
I
being
agree with
said,
that.
the Eagles are still in first place.
Second.
They're in second.
They're first.
Oh, in the
Oh, in the division.
Yes,
Yeah.
division.
I thought you meant conference.
We haven't gotten to the playoffs. Don't get excited yet. It ain't over yet. They're only one game behind. Well, game and a half. But the Eagles beat the Seahawks 20-17.
I
Or the
wish.
Seahawks beat the Eagles 20-17. And the Ravens destroyed the Jaguars 23-7. Now, what I mean, and that defense, legit. So that was this week. All right, Heather's going to pull up, and you wanted to talk about the top 10 quarterbacks. I'm going to go off of this list. So where is this list from?
ESPN, I think.
Is this from ESPN?
Top Shelf Systems.
Top shelf system.
Where did you get it from?
Where's the source?
Twitter.
Huh?
Twitter. I just saw a picture and I just got it.
It's from the media. So Twitter.
I can't find it.
Well, whoever it is they're using the logo because you can't.
That's why I'm thinking it's ESPN or Sportskeeda or something like that. Somebody's allowed to use it.
So type in at Top Shelf Systems. I'm just.
Ow.
Well, I'm not gonna go through this list.
Okay, it's from Top Shelf Systems.
Okay. All right. So
Apparently they are blue check mark.
just because they have blue check mark doesn't mean shit.
Not
Everybody-
anymore.
Yeah.
I
I actually have a blue check mark
just
now.
have the whole thing.
Click on their profiles.
I'm already there.
Okay.
They're
It's-
part of Parlay.
Okay. So Top Shelf Systems, that's who this list came from. I'm sure they copied it from somewhere, but this is their list of top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. At number 10, Trevor Lawrence. I disagree with that.
Yeah, he put up a fight with the Ravens defense this weekend.
I think Trevor Lawrence is a good number 5 or 6.
Okay, that's about where I'd put him.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9.
And
Number 9, CJ Stroud.
No.
Do I think he should be in the top 10 this year? Yes.
If we're based on this year,
If
yes.
we're basing it on this year, yes. If we're basing it on a career, this is first year.
Exactly.
Right. This
So
year,
he
I'll
shouldn't.
probably
He
put
should
him
not
at,
even be on my list.
I agree. But for this
but
year, I'll put him as.
since we're, go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll put him as number 6 or 7.
Oh, that's too
Going-
high.
For a rookie, yeah, it's too high.
He's number 10. I'm not. This list, he's either number 10 or number 9. Because this list, we'll get to it.
Okay.
So that's why I think this is based on this year. There's no way top 10 quarterbacks right now in the NFL, I would take every quarterback over C.J. Stroud any day of the week. Any one of these 10? 9? Maybe not one of them. And everybody's going to be shocked at who it is because everybody thinks he's the greatest fucking player since Wonder Bread. And I'm the only one that knows how to fucking say his name, and that's Tua Tagovailoa. He doesn't deserve to be. He's not as good as C.J. Stroud.
No, he's a product of getting a wide receiver.
He is a product of
The
having
system.
more than one wide receiver.
Yes. Yeah.
Number 10 is Trevor Lawrence. I think he should be higher. Number 9, I think he should be number 10. That's C.J.
Yeah.
Stroud. Number 8, Jalen Hurts.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
No,
Because the next guy above him is not as good as he is.
I'd have put him up at probably 6 or 7.
He's up there.
Yeah.
So somebody might be getting knocked off of this list. That's what we could do.
Okay.
Is everybody in agreement that C.J. Stroud is 10?
I mean, he's a rookie, whatever the case may be. Whatever. I'm okay with him being that number 10.
Yeah.
What?
For this season, I'm at number 10. I don't mind.
So, Trevor Lawrence, we got him off to the side right now.
Yeah, I'd put him off to the side for nothing. He hasn't had.
He's on the list. He's
Yeah.
on the list. Because I
You
agree.
just picked
I
the
agree.
list.
I agree with this list. Just not the order of it. So number 10 is C.J. Stroud,
Yeah.
and then we got Trevor Lawrence. Number 8, Jalen Hurts. I personally think he should be higher.
Yes, I agree. If Matt Jones is on this list, it automatically invalidates the entire list.
What's going on?
It was the garbage lid. Because there was a piece of garbage in the place, so it kept opening and closing.
Oh, I gotta take that out after I'm done here. C.J. Stroud is still at 10. I have not put in a number 9 or a number 8, but on this list is number 7 is Jared Goff.
He is
This is where I would put number 9.
Yeah, Goff has been serviceable.
He's been gone.
He's been better, and he is a top 10 quarterback on this list. He's just not as high as he should be. He's way too high.
Yeah.
Number 6, Josh Allen.
Okay.
This year, if we're talking about this year, this is probably where I would put Josh Allen at 8 for us.
Yeah.
So we have C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff, and then Josh Allen.
Yes.
Yeah, Josh Allen hasn't been the Josh Allen he's been in years
So
past.
where would Josh Allen actually? Where is Josh? If this was career wise of these quarterbacks, who is Josh Allen is number
Probably number 4.
3 on this list.
Yeah.
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 Easily.
Yep.
And none of these fuckers would be in the top 10. Jared Goff wouldn't be in the top 10. Tua
Stroud.
Tagovailoa would not be in the top 10. Dak Prescott would be on the cusp of this. He's on this list. Where he is, I completely disagree. In fact, I would say he should be number 7 on this list.
I was going to say 6.
Our list. He's not better. He's not better than Jalen Hurts.
He could be at the bottom of my shoe.
Well, he could be. But on this list, number 6 is Josh Allen. I personally think
that's a little too high, but not by much.
We could put him on the side till we get to the number.
No, he's at number 8. I think this year.
Oh, okay.
He's number 8. He's about the 8th best quarterback. Number 5 on this list, which really shocks me, is Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he hasn't been the Patrick Mahomes of the past. That's why.
That's a recency bias.
Mm-hmm.
Also, look of how he has struggled as of late.
But even
in struggle, yeah.
Then, he's still better than almost everybody on this list.
Agreed.
He's had a good year. His receivers keep dropping the fucking ball, is what
Kadarius Toney should not be allowed to be thrown to.
The only one that can catch on their team is Travis Kelce.
Yep, and that rookie running back they have.
Well, even him, he's had the dropsies.
Yes.
I was gonna say he's not struggling. I'm gonna piggyback what JP has said on Monday. Everybody's getting competitive now.
Parity. There's parity in there.
Yeah.
I just with some of the games, and yes, Jalen Hurts was not feeling well, but that just shows you the parity in the NFL. The fucking Packers are better than the Giants, and the Giants beat the Packers.
Yeah.
It's parity. It's a team game. It's not a superstar. This isn't fucking basketball.
Right.
Basketball, yeah.
So number 4 on this list, who I think should be number 7. You know what? I'm actually going to move Josh Allen up to 7 and put Tua at number 8. Is that all right with everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
I mean, Josh Allen is better than him.
Because Josh Allen actually beat Tua Tagovailoa.
That is true. When they
And
went
had a
head to
very
head.
good game in that game.
Yep.
Tua just has really good tools to work with. And not his arm, and it's not his feet, it's not his brain, it's his fucking receivers and his running backs.
Cheetah.
So he's not cheating.
No.
The cheetah? Man, fuck that guy. That guy is he's a fucking douchebag. I cannot fucking stand that guy. Tyreek Hill, he is one guy that I wish, that hit that fucking KZ did on fucking and then he destroyed his spleen and had to retire from football. I cannot fucking stand Tyreek Hill. I am not a fan of that guy. Not even if he was. If I was an owner, if I was a GM, I would never hire that guy. And I would trade Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers said, "Give me Tyreek Hill," I'd tell him to go fuck himself.
Let's go.
Go to the media and tell on me because I didn't converse with you about it. Yeah, I conversed with him about it, and I told him to go fuck himself. That's exactly what I tell the fucking media, too. And if I get some backlash for that, they say, if you think you can do better, you come and do my fucking job, or shut the fuck up. Just saying. So, yeah. That's all I'm saying. Where were we at? Number 3. I think he's number 1, in my opinion.
Yes, for this year,
Lamar Jackson
is number 1.
Lamar Jackson. Anybody gonna argue with me about it? I mean,
Heather, you gonna
argue?
Well,
not argue. Are you going to disagree with me? Agree with me? Fuck me?
You're an idiot. Some input. That's what I'm looking for.
Are you
I don't have any opposition to ranking him higher.
I'm
Honestly,
saying he's the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
For this
I
year,
think
yeah.
Who's
I
better?
don't know, man.
Yes.
Who's better? With
Baker
less.
Mayfield is better than him. Baker
And if
Mayfield
y'all
is-
tell me Brock Purdy is the best quarterback in the NFL, you're a fucking idiot. I could fucking play quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo's just I might get some backlash for this. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is mentally retarded.
Mm.
Well, he's just a
He
pretty boy.
can't even throw the ball to a guy that cannot be covered in Devontae Adams. So what makes you think he could throw the ball? And he showed flashes, and he was helped by them, which is the reason why San Francisco is so good. Brock Purdy is not the reason San Francisco is winning football games. I'm going to tell you that right fucking now, everybody. Look at who they have. And yes, it's homegrown talent. But look at who they have.
Is it Christian McCaffrey on that team?
Yes.
Right? He's not homegrown talent. They fucking acquired him in a fucking trade.
Hey,
Right.
we got him.
And
we
then
got
re-signed
fucking
him.
George
I want to
Kittle.
know where they're going to come up with
Oh, yeah,
all
Kittle.
this. I want to know where San Francisco is getting all this money to pay all of these people.
Yankee Stadium.
There's a salary cap in the NFL.
It's supposed
If you
to be.
have more than, if I go look at San Francisco's salaries, you're in like Debo. I don't know if Debo Samuel has a fucking. So go to Spot Rack.
Yeah.
Debo Samuel's actually
take
pretty
some
good,
down.
even though he fucking slaughtered us.
That it's a.
I will put for on our list. I will put Trevor Lawrence at 6.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out where I'd put him. And that,
I would
So
I
where
would
would you
put
pick
Josh
Dak
Allen.
Prescott?
I would put Josh Allen ahead of him.
Dak Prescott was number 7, right? Or 8?
Dak Prescott is no. Dak Prescott hasn't been called yet, but he is number 2 on our list. Number 3 on our list is Lamar Jackson. Like I said, he should be number 1.
Right.
Trevor Lawrence on our list is going to be at 7. Tua Tagovailoa on our list is 8. Number 5 for us, I think, is Jalen Hurts. Well, no, go back to my list there. So number 3 is Lamar Jackson, number 2 is Dak Prescott, and number 1 is Brock Purdy.
How the fuck he's number 1? I don't know.
The best quarterback in the NFL right now is Brock Purdy. Here's
You
why
can't
I
even
think
say that with a straight face.
the pundits agree with me. Brock Purdy will not win the MVP this year.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson will. Everybody's predict. Lamar Jackson, yes, he's got Odell Beckham Jr.
He's barely fucking used him though, because he's always covered.
Well, no, it's because he's able to throw to other guys because they're taking away OBJ.
Keaton Mitchell and Zay Flowers have gotten more hands on balls than OBJ.
It's just weapon upon weapon upon weapon in San Francisco, and it's only one guy's making. And everybody goes, "Oh, Baltimore's as good." It's because OBJ takes that much attention away,
Yeah.
and he's not what he once used to be. But apparently he is because everybody keeps double covering him. Fucking guys are open, and Lamar Jackson can run the ball. He
He's a
doesn't
quick
even. He
read.
doesn't even. It's Lamar Jackson and OBJ and everybody else. And I'm not. And it's a team concept. That offensive line is fucking banger. That defense is.
Brick wall.
It's one of the best I've seen. It's
And
not
Lamar's
as good as
quick with it,
85 or
too.
2000 Ravens, but it's pretty fucking good. What were you gonna say?
Rachel?
No, I was just saying he's quick. Like once that ball snap in his hand, you see him scanning that field left,
He's
right,
making
center, both.
He's a quick read.
Yeah.
If he don't see anybody open fast enough, he will take the damn ball himself.
And
So-
I like that.
Go back to the list.
You just made the list.
Now, because Brock Purdy, I'm going to put Jalen Hurts at 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put Jalen Hurts at 5. Then I'm going to put Brock Purdy. Here's why. He still is doing.
Somebody still
Well,
needs to throw the ball to Kittle.
I can't argue against him being numbered. No, Brock Purdy goes there.
I
Brock
will
Purdy
put-
at 4. Because at number 3, I'd have Dak Prescott. Number
Okay.
2, I'd have Patrick Mahomes. And then number 1, I would have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that sounds about right, really.
I can't not put Dak. Well, actually,
Honestly, I will put
I'm gonna
Lamar.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put Brock Purdy at 3
I was just about to switch that like that.
and Dak Prescott at 4. Because I am gonna take head to head in account,
Mm-hmm.
and Brock Purdy is at 3, not 2. Brock Purdy is at 3. Number 2 is Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes. And then number 1 is Lamar Jackson.
Now, Christmas Day, 49ers are facing the Ravens.
I'm still not gonna. He's gonna. The only way Brock Purdy. Is it in Baltimore?
I believe it is at San Francisco.
Ravens still gonna win.
I hope so. I fucking hate the 49ers.
They're gonna expose them. Expose San Francisco.
Yeah,
They're in San Francisco. So, of course, San Francisco is probably going to be favored by like fucking 5 fucking points. And that's just a little too much.
I believe the Eagles played Giants on Christmas.
They are already saying underdog Ravens.
Well, of course, they're going to be underdogs because nobody gives a shit about the fucking Ravens. Here's the team that nobody is talking about is Baltimore. And right now, they're the best team in the AFC. That's why I think the Ravens are the best team in football, because they're quietly consistent.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers are just beating the shit out of all these teams that are supposed to be in the Super Bowl. But who have they fucking played? Yes, they've played the Eagles and they played the fucking Cowboys, but who the fuck else have they fucking played?
And them defeating the Eagles is not saying much, because the Eagles
are still pretty good.
No,
are good.
They good, but I'm saying look at they win record. They barely won games.
You want to know why I disagree with you, Ray Sean? Because they upgraded from last year. They didn't downgrade. They upgraded. Look at who they picked up. Look at who they picked up.
Christian McCaffrey?
Shaq Leonard?
No.
Wait, who are we talking about?
I'm talking about running back. He's
We
better
talking
than
about
Mike.
Eagles or-
Swift is better than Mike Sanders.
Okay. I wasn't sure what team we was talking about.
No, they upgraded. What more do the Eagles need to do? What do they need?
Better coaching.
I cannot disagree with that. And I
They just picked up Matt Patricia.
Well, they did just pick up Matt Patricia. Yeah, he's going to be doing the play calling.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I pray for your team.
I know. I mean, at least he got some Super Bowls under his belt, but I hear y'all.
It's Matt Patricia.
So
Exactly.
That's gonna be.
So I that's the way I look at it. Now, I want you to go to the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah,
Right?
39 million left in cap space.
But that's not what I'm talking about. So go to multi-year. All right. Scroll down. We're going to go. I'm not going to go through all 53. I'm going to go by position. Scroll down. Keep going. So Brock Purdy is on his rookie contract, right?
Yeah.
What's San Francisco going to do when his contract comes up? They're going to give him $250 million over the next 3 years, 4 years, whatever, right? That's an extension, right? Christian McCaffrey, he's got 3 years left on his deal. What's going to happen when his contract comes up? Now, they just signed him to an extension, but they can only sign him for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Did he sign? No, he did not sign an extension. He's on a 3-year contract because the Panthers re-signed him.
This is his first year with.
So when he resigns, are they going to be able to pay it? Deebo Samuel, he's got 3 years on his contract, and he just signed his first extension. He's getting paid $28 million or over the next 2 years, not including this year. His contract is roughly about $26 million on average. You're going to end up having to pay him the next fucking year. How much is Devontae Adams making? He's going to ask for Devontae Adams money. Scroll down. George Kittle. He's making $20 million a year. What's going to happen when his contract comes up? They going to re-sign him too?
Wait, George Kittle only making 20? Thought he would have been making a little bit more.
Well, no. He's making 20. It's because he signed an extension a few years ago. That was the going rate for a top tight end is $20 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
The going rate for a wide receiver, I think it's what is Devontae at, like $30 million?
Someone
Going rate for a running back? Christian McCaffrey is going to be almost 30, I think. Who's going to pay $20 million for? I mean, they probably will.
They got Nick Bosa at $170 million.
At $170 million over,
Over like 5 years.
How long? And he signed that like 3.5 years ago. Are they going to be able to fucking re-sign him? Are they going to be able to re-sign DeForest Buckner? Or not DeForest Buckner, but
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams. He's the highest paid offensive tackle in football.
He's at 138.
Yeah, scroll down though. Look at how much he's making. His contract comes up in 2026. He'll be making $30 million here in a couple of years. You aren't going to be. This is the problem. Everybody, look, the guys on this roster, and Trent Williams will probably retire as a 49er. Eric Armstead's another guy. Next year, he's going to be making
15
$28 million.
Yeah.
And then they have another guy, Nick Bosa. He's making $14 million. But look at what it's 2026 and 2027. They're back ending it. They're going to release him at those times because guess what? All the big names, they're going to rebuild.
Yeah. They're going to drop him like a bad habit.
They're going for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to try to build around Brock Purdy. Good fucking luck.
Yep. Good luck with that one.
Fred Warner, another guy, one of the best inside linebackers in the game today, $25 million. Where are they getting the money to pay these guys?
Right.
I mean, they got a secondary at $17,000 for next year.
$17 million.
$17 million for next year.
Javarius Ward. I can understand that. That's fine. I'm not worried about those guys because. So that's the issue I have. That's all I'm saying.
Well, dead payroll too.
Yeah. Yeah, dead payroll. They're still paying them. That's what they're doing. All the people they're still paying them.
Yeah. And are still gonna have to pay them next year.
Yeah. They aren't going to have the fucking money. I'm going to laugh when San Francisco becomes shit again. San Francisco is about to become shit again.
So they just created a whole fantasy football team.
Essentially.
Just for it to go to shit.
The only way that San Francisco stays competitive is if they do what Tom Brady did and take pay cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ain't happening. It ain't happening. Deebo Samuel actually fucking held out until he got fucking paid.
WCW.
Any player that holds out, and Devontae Adams did it, and I was pissed at him when he did it. You know,
they're being smart for themselves.
I think the Packers came out better in the end. They have possibly 3 to 4 number 1 guys on their fucking roster. And I'm not talking. I'm from watching Green Bay. I see 4 guys that can do what Devontae Adams did. They're ahead of what Devontae Adams was.
I see where they got the money. George, looks like Kittle took a at-home cut.
Yeah, but will he keep doing it?
No,
I don't think so. They're gonna run it. They're gonna be paying. They're gonna because rookie contract. I'm telling you, Brock Purdy's gonna ask for fucking Dak Prescott. Like,
no, he's gonna ask for Mahomes money.
Yeah, he's gonna ask for Mahomes money because when Mahomes gets a new contract, he'll be towards the end of his. But that's what I see. That's all I. People fucking telling me fucking Brock Purdy is the future. He ain't the future of shit. You know, the one that's the future, what future quarterbacking is C.J. Stroud and fucking Lamar Jackson. That's your future quarterbacking. San Francisco is not going to be able to fucking continue to do what they do on offense for very much longer. Because everybody will figure it out and it will become a shit show. And Kyle Shanahan will probably never win a Super Bowl because I don't know if he becomes a dumbass in the Super Bowl, but he puts the ball in the hands of a guy that should not have the ball in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan, he should have had the ball in his hands, but they didn't need him to throw anymore. They were up 28-3. Run the fucking play. They kept running the same shit. Fucking Patriots are like, well, fuck this. We're just going to run the same fucking defense. We'll go with what works. And there it is. That's why the Super Bowl was won by the Patriots, because Bill Belichick adjusted and Kyle Shanahan didn't change his game plan. Hey, we need to run the ball more. Nah, fuck it. Let's just throw it. And then in the fucking same thing, Super Bowl in Kansas City. This time, he decided to put the hands in the fucking quarterback, a guy that I called mentally retarded earlier. Well, we're up by 14. I think we can let you throw the ball. They ran 8 fucking times in the NFC Champion. No, excuse me. They threw 8 fucking times in the NFC Championship game that year and kicked the shit out of Green Bay 37-20. They didn't have to throw the ball. They didn't have to throw the ball against Kansas City and did. Kansas City cannot stop the run, but let's throw it 40 fucking times. That made no fucking sense to me.
And that's modern NFL. They always everyone wants to throw the ball because
that's Kyle Shanahan being a fucking idiot, being up by fucking 14 fucking or 10 points or whatever the fuck it was, and throwing the ball all over the fucking field. That's what cost him the Super Bowl. It wasn't fucking him throwing 40 times. It was a fucking play calling throwing it 40 fucking times.
Mm-hmm.
Problem isn't throwing it 40 times, it's calling plays up by 10. You get what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, at that
That's
point,
the
you should
fucking
be playing
problem. The
defense.
problem was Kyle Shanahan is like, he's got to throw the ball 40 fucking times. But we're going to fucking throw it up by 10 in the fourth quarter. What does he get a fucking bonus for throwing the ball 40 times? Or are you going to be a
Yes.
fucking coach and fucking win a Super Bowl? No, I'm just going to do this. Kyle
It's-
Shanahan's a
it's
fucking
fantasy
idiot.
points.
Kyle Shanahan's a fucking idiot. He's a complete opposite of what his dad was in the Super Bowl. His dad destroyed Green Bay running the ball. Mike Shanahan destroyed Green Bay running the ball in Super Bowl 32. Because he knew he could fucking run it. And he had one of the best quarterbacks to ever play in the NFL. And John Elway, he threw the ball 20 times maybe. And even then, he wasn't even at 50%, and they still won the fucking game. Because they didn't put the ball in the hands of the guy that got him there. Jimmy Garoppolo did not get fucking San Francisco to the Super Bowl.
No, he didn't.
The running backs did. But let's throw the ball 40 fucking times. And I mean downfield. And I'm not talking just dinking and dunking. He's throwing it 20 yards downfield. Jimmy Garoppolo can't throw a ball 15 yards. So what? Think about that for a minute. That's Kyle Shanahan just being a fucking idiot. Can he win a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy? Sure. Just as long as he isn't a dumbass and does what he did against Kansas City and fucking Atlanta. Or New England. I mean, Matt Ryan's probably... Why does he want me to throw the ball all the time? We're up 28-3. Fuck it. That's why Matt Ryan should have looked over to Kyle Shanahan and said, you are a fucking idiot. We're up 28-3 and we're still throwing the fucking ball. Like every fucking down. Well, our guy's got to get his numbers. Fuck that. Who cares? It's a Super Bowl.
Right.
You're up 28-3 in the Super Bowl. There's nothing wrong with... You don't want to be too conservative, but come on, man. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Sorry, I'm ranting.
No, you're all good.
That's cool. We're used to it.
I'm you know, this is kind of what I envisioned this show being. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with that said, I think we are good.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to do the pick. I want Heather to be in here though.
You gotta pick a random ass game.
Yeah, you get to just pick your random game. It doesn't matter. It's Christmas. I'll be right back. Go ahead and talk. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something.
Yeah,
Drugs.
I might pick the Giants to beat the Eagles. Yeah. Y'all be my random ass game.
Come here. Come on.
Yeah, maybe. New Orleans humbled them. What is that?
Just grabbing Heather.
Hmm?
New Orleans
Just grabbing
humbled,
Heather.
Giants to win one day game.
My
2
random
weeks
game
ago.
is Ravens beating 49ers. That's this week's game.
Okay. So that's Heather's game. Tim?
Any game or do I have to pick a game?
You can pick whatever fucking game you want to fucking pick.
One. I didn't want that.
It shouldn't be that fucking hard. Just pick a fucking game.
I want a pony.
I have Bills going over the Chargers.
Okay.
I have the Colts going over the Falcons.
Okay. Let me see.
JP, you should pick the Panthers going over the Packers.
I was about to say that.
That ain't happening. I not saying there's. I'm not. I would pick Green Bay. Carolina
Right.
has too many
issues.
Too many issues. Yes, they won last week, but they only won 9-7.
What the hell is that, James?
I am going to take the Cardinals over the Bears.
You did this?
I'm going to take the Cardinals over the Bears.
Cardinals over the Bears?
Cardinals over the Bears.
No way.
Cardinals over the Bears. Oh my.
Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Don't forget there is football tomorrow. College football season's rolling around.
No, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you get the chance to watch college football, you get to watch the future. The future of the NFL. That being said,
Yes,
I have nothing. Go ahead.
I think it's gonna be Michigan versus Texas.
Oh, we
That's
have,
fine.
we'll talk about that next week. Actually, it isn't
next
until
That's not until New Year. Yeah.
New Year's Day.
Yep.
So we got a week. So we'll talk
Yeah,
about
we-
that. We'll talk about that next week. I'll give you my insight into college football, a really
Yeah.
in-depth insight, because I'll talk about the semifinals. We'll talk about the college football playoffs, and then we'll talk about last week's games, and then I'll have the gifts back up. Next week. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for being here from our family, because I consider all you guys my family. So you are included in this. From my family, our family, to all of you, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. We'll see you before New Year, so I'm not going to say Happy New Year. Enjoy celebrating what you celebrate. I don't care what it is. Whatever you do during this time, I want you all to be safe. Have a Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next week for Kicking It Onside.
And for the Canadians, happy Boxing Day.
Yeah. I might do a live special. Like just show up on stream in a box. Boxing Day.
What's that?
Um,
Oh, and the petitions.
what? So with that said, everybody. Oh, don't forget tonight. We're gonna play some more. We're gonna play some more Jedi Fallen Order over on the Horny Goat. I'm gonna play some more of that. So, gonna be good times. It was fun. I had fucking Heather in basement, fucking wanting to kill me.
You can use this.
Oh, I don't need to, but
What
thank
that
you.
was.
I appreciate it.
It's mine.
You want to say goodnight to everybody? Say Merry Christmas.
Night,
everybody.
Wendy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy yourself.
As she's digging in her ass. But but have a Merry Christmas. And I want to say Happy New Year, because you know how you do that. You always say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We will have a show the following week. But from my family to yours, and from us to all of you, Merry Christmas. And we'll talk to you next week for some more Kicking It Onside. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye.
Say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ow.
You bought this today? Nice.
You want to go to the thingy?
For you?
No.
Oh, thank you. That was so random. That's what